It is so beautiful! So when sleeping on these sheep meadows, so it's a question of avoiding the sheep shit. Once again, we visited a beautiful distillery. Unfortunately, they didn't want to let us try any. In the final days of August, we arrived on the Isle of Skye. On our 3-week Scotland bikepacking trip, we spent the first week riding super tough off-road paths in the highlands, the second week riding up on the amazing Outer Hebrides islands, and this was the grand final on the famous Isle of Skye. We were super excited for what was awaiting us. We are on the Isle of Skye. Yeah, right away there's like a lot more trees and more cows, I think. Last night we camped up here, just next to these, I think, pretty famous rocks. Yeah, wind was super strong last night, the rain as well, so we both didn't sleep so well. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Let's explore the Isle of Skye a bit. Somebody got a bit wet.
Someone is a bit dry.
Yeah. We're in Portree now. I think like the biggest city on the Isle of Skye. And it is raining. But yeah, the last few days I think we've gotten quite the Scottish weather experience. A beautiful little rest stop in some corner in Portree. Skye. Yeah, only these fucking midges. During night it just storms and rains the entire time, and while we're riding we're having this huge ass headwind the entire time, and then just in this 1 hour in the morning when we really need the wind to keep the midges away, there's no wind at all. So when sleeping on these sheep meadows, so it's a question of avoiding the sheep shit to lay on and to step on at night when you go out in the dark. And yeah, it also sticks really well to the tires. Once again, we visited a beautiful distillery. They make whiskey, and they make apparently very good whiskey. So good that a bottle in there cost 3,500 euros. Unfortunately, they didn't want to let us try any because apparently they're understaffed and it's also before noon, so I guess they don't want to give out whiskey. Just a bit of a bummer. It's time to actually go cycling. A few sips of the bucky make you go up mountains pretty fast. I think it's like 230 grams of caffeine in this bottle. 50% of alcohol. It's like more caffeine than Red Bull. Yeah, I don't know why they make this drink. It's called Wreck the Hoose juice because buck fast gets you fucked fast apparently. Yeah, it's pretty good when the I know when the legs are a bit tired, and you need some, get some motivation. So for the first time in a while, we are riding through a forest, and I didn't know that I missed riding through a forest, but it's kind of cool. There's a lot more to see, I guess. So like trees and different kinds of plants than the ones on the open lands, and it's very quiet, no wind. And the Isle of Skye, or like Scotland in general, is just so wet. Like everything's wet. The path is wet, the trees are wet. Look at the ground, like dripping down. There's like little canals of water left and right. Always moss and ferns. Everything is wet. The ferry pools, that's pretty cool. It's just super crowded. It's just cool, like most people we've seen the past few weeks. So yeah. It is so beautiful. Yeah, we were wondering why the road is closed, but this makes a bit of sense now. The ocean. That's where we're gonna camp, down there by the sea. We got some beautiful food and a little bottle of whiskey from the distillery today. It's gonna be quite a luxurious evening. Oh, this is beautiful. These feet have been through a lot. For example, the same wet socks for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. So, as you would expect, our dinner of course includes a single malt Scotch whiskey from Talisker, local brewery. That fits perfectly with our pasta.
Smoky, malty, perfect combined with the sea wind.
Our companions for dinner. And they're just enjoying the sunset maybe. Oh, Jesus Christus. Good morning from our camp spot and the 10 cows assembled. Breakfast is every morning. Peanut butter, banana, wrap. Beautiful.